yeah, so it has been a freaking minute, and it is great to see y'all. Man, I gotta say, I think the last time I did one of these car talks, it would have to have been, man, sometime last week, but like early last week. So it's been, I want to say like 7 full days since I've done this, but yeah, it's good to see y'all again. The main reason why I didn't, end up doing it was because I've been working at these different jobs because the district that I'm working in is going on strike. The teachers are going on strike, that is. So that means that I'm going to be working at a lot of different schools for a lot more pay, which is cool, but my eating schedule is a little, on the fritz, just because every day isn't that predictable. So we freaking made it though. So already had my meal for today before this workout. So that's why we are freaking making this car talk happen. But anyways, right now we are dead set on freaking legs. And this is going to be a good freaking leg day because we had a refeed meal last night, and that was just freaking nuts. We went pretty ham on both dinner and dessert, and I had a pretty big day. I was working, then training, then donating blood, then doing cardio, then going to run a few errands, and then I came back home around 9 o'clock and finally had that glorious refeed meal. But ended up getting in and out. We had 4 3x3s with pepperoncinis and grilled onions. Freaking delicious. Oh my God, that was amazing. And actually kind of a breeze. I was thinking that since I've been in such a caloric deficit, that my stomach would have shrunk to the point that I wouldn't be able to stomach all of that. I would have, it's almost like my threshold would have been reduced, but that wasn't the case. We freaking downed those and 2 fries and a little bit of a chocolate shake. And I say a little bit because I split it with, some people I know. But anyways, after that, we got so I stopped off at Costco because they have the best freaking chocolate chip cookies. If you can find a better chocolate chip cookie, let me know, because that is by far my favorite dessert. I mean, just a lightly salted chocolate chip cookie. It's simple, but oh man, that is just it freaking hits the spot, I gotta say. It is a delectable treat, to say the least. But we got a big pack of those mini chocolate chip cookies, and kind of like the bite-sized ones. Dude, oh, so good. I must have had at least 10, but it's probably in the ballpark of 15 to 20. So that was just, that was freaking good. Okay, I don't know what this guy's doing. But, yeah, so, there's a person just braking in the middle of the road. I just hope they're all right, but can't do that. That is not safe. So yeah, chocolate chip cookies. I also got some of those new, or relatively new to me. I think they've had them for a few months now, but they have these chocolate muffins at Costco. Also downed at least one of those. No. I think I just had one of those. That was freaking good. That was very, very good. But yeah, so we had that, and then I think that was about it. I mean, say about it. That was freaking gnarly refeed meal. I didn't eat pretty much all morning. Like, my first meal was technically at 11:30, so that was pretty freaking nuts. But anyways, like I said, this is going to be definitely fueling the leg day. Haven't looked at the program yet, but can't do too much. We're going to try squats today just to see how they feel. We actually did rack pulls on Monday, which was a freaking win, because rack pulls are super intense on my lower back, obviously. So we ended up doing, I think it was just like something relatively light. It was like 315, and we ended up doing like a set of 9. So it was good, like good progress for the most part. But yeah, so we're a little bit more carbed up today. I gotta say, I've just kind of been in this very chilled out state since I'm not having, that much more energy. I'm just not having like nearly as many carbs as I did last week. So, kind of taking it day by day, but even with a massive refeed meal like last night, I still don't have as much energy. But doesn't mean we're not going to bring the intensity with lifts and the meditations. So, yeah, that was freaking good. But yeah, so, yeah, no, it's been good. We are definitely at a lot lower energy levels, so I'm feeling it. But the refeed should feed this leg day quite a bit, and that's good because I need to get my legs freaking up. Quads, hamstrings, inner thigh, glutes, literally everything. I mean, I saw this post that TNFO made. Super cool guy, bodybuilder, insane physique, but just a good guy all around. He made this post about glutes being freaking beautiful, and I couldn't agree more. That's no better way to say it, because if you look at any pose in bodybuilding where glutes are involved, if you have insane like glute striations or anything like that, and you have size like Hosema Beast or like Sebum, it just looks freaking insane on stage. I mean, and it really, it's like the base for the whole physique, because if you have like really conditioned, sizable glutes, your whole physique's gonna look pretty freaking nuts, because the glutes are at the center of your physique. So it's, it kind of gives everything else like a good base. But TNFO was also saying, if Wesley Vissers built up his glutes just a little bit, oh man, he would look freaking, I mean, he already looks nuts, but he would look even crazier. So that being said, I gotta prioritize some glutes. Throw in some hip thrusts, throw in some of my coach's special. It's called cable glute pinch, and I might do those. But if you go back into my previous vlogs, you'll see how to do them. But yeah, no, that's been the freaking sauce lately, is just hammering out glutes just to kind of give my whole physique that next level look. But anyways, other than the lifts and legs today, the meditations have just been freaking on it. I mean, I'm talking like whether I'm in a caloric deficit or whether I'm in a major caloric surplus, it does not matter. The meditations, they are meditating. They are, it doesn't, like, what I love about it is it's so simple to do these meditations. And no matter what state you're in, no matter what you're going through, the mantra is just the freaking mantra. It is just, that's it. That's pretty much it. It is just, it is what it is. So no matter what you're going through, good, bad, ugly, whatever, the mantra, that meditation, it really keeps everything stabilized, from your attention to the ability to relax under pressure, which is a huge thing. Like if you're competing, going on stage, not getting the shakes, not like if you're hitting a pose and you're like shaking a ton, you're gonna get knocked off points. And it's just not gonna look as clean and crisp as it could. And so that's where having a mental practice really comes into play. And that's where, if you want to make this mental practice as easy and simple as possible, Transcendental Meditation is your freaking go-to. And it's so easy. It's 20 minutes twice a day. I mean, that's basically cardio, like doing cardio every day. And it's just breaking it up, first thing in the morning, doing 20 minutes, then in the evening, doing another 20 minutes. But it's just freaking easy. Like, that's what I love about it. It's not intimidating because, for one, it's personalized to you, but two, it's a very short, simple mantra. It's nothing too crazy. So that's where that's where I've been kind of coming from with a lot of this. But that being said, even on mornings where I'm kind of like rushing to work and I'm really just under a lot of pressure, the meditation just comes in freaking handy. It is very just easy and simple. Jesus, dude. This guy's trying to really come over into my lane. But yeah, so it just keeps everything kind of light and helps you get into a flow if you're under any kind of pressure. So even like right now I'm freaking driving, but the ability to kind of assess whatever's going on in the traffic and then to also verbalize whatever I'm going through, it takes a certain amount of attention and it takes a certain amount of relaxing under pressure for me to do all of this. So that being said, it spills into literally everything you do. And that's why this is the one practice that I'm probably going to be doing for the rest of my life. Besides lifting. Like it's like lifting and meditation, those are like the foundation for mental and physical well-being for me. So that's pretty freaking cool. But I had something else I wanted to say there, but I guess now is not the time. But anyways, we have about 15 minutes until we get to the gym, so we're gonna freaking jam out. It is 91 out, so dude, talk about flipping the script on the weather. I mean, this is pretty freaking nuts. But yeah, so I'm quite enjoying it though. It's been a lot of fun to get into this warm weather. But that being said, I'm gonna have a little bit of this Celsius, and I say a little bit because I had a little more coffee than usual today, so we're gonna dial it back just to keep the caffeine pretty normalized. Also, if you have too much caffeine before a workout, then you just start getting headaches, and then you might not get as good of a pump because your muscles being stripped of all this water, so it's there's a certain limit with the caffeine for sure for optimal performance, just like anything. But anyways, we're gonna get into this freaking lift. This is gonna be a nice leg day. I'm really looking forward to it. But anyways, I will see y'all in there.